art classes for kids. And today I'm going to be teaching a drawing project. This is part of my series that I call I Can Draw That, where I teach you a drawing project, and it is using simple supplies, stuff you probably have around the house. Also, I break it down into really simple steps so that it's easy to follow, and you can pause the video at any time if you get behind or you want a little more time to catch up or more time for detail. Okay, today's project looks like this, and my students like to call this shooting boxes.
Shooting boxes!
Or exploding squares.
Exploding squares!
And it's a project that I just created on my own, and I use this project in my drawing classes to teach kids one-point perspective and a little bit about like highlights and shading and how to use colored pencils. So let me tell you what we're gonna need to make this. We're going to need a piece of white paper. If you have cardstock, that's even better, but white paper. You're going to need a piece of colored construction paper to mount it on afterwards so that it really pops out. Any dark color is best, but use whatever you like. You're going to need a ruler. I'm going to be drawing mine with a fine point Sharpie. You can use a pencil in case you like to erase, but I'm going to use a Sharpie today because I want you to be able to see it really good on video. And I need a pair of scissors to cut it out afterwards and to color it in. Any kind of colored pencils will do. Alrighty, so let's get started. Okay, grab your ruler and then your pen or your pencil, and you are going to make 6 to 8 squares or rectangles on the white paper. I'll show you how to use the ruler to do it because you want straight edges. Just go somewhere. I'm going to go anywhere. I'm going to put them all over the place, and I'm going to use the ruler holding my marker straight up so that I can rub the side of it on the ruler, and then I'm going to close it up.
Close it up.
On one side, and then I'm going to glide my ruler down till I get to here. Now don't worry if you overdraw the corners because you're going to cut those off later. So now I'm going to get another one. Now they can be squares or they could be rectangles. So this one's going to be more like a rectangle. And I just use my ruler, and you can get any shapes you want. I try to keep them nothing right in the center, so I can have them shooting from there. Okay, so I have 6 squares. Now, to make them look 3D, I'm going to have a vanishing point.
Vanishing point.
So what's a vanishing point? It's the point where it looks like something's going far away until it disappears.
Far, far away.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this one, this square. I'm going to have a vanishing point. Oh, let's say the square. Let's have a vanishing point right about here. So now what I'm going to do is take my ruler and this square, any corner that can make a line directly to that dot, I'll make a line to. And then I'll make a line to from this corner to that dot, the vanishing point, and from that corner to the dot. I can't make one there because it would go through the front of my square. So I have one there. Then I'll make this one maybe go over to here. This one all the way to there. So I'm going to put my pen on the dot and put my ruler right near the corner, and I'm going to draw it there. Then I'm going to put my ruler over to this corner, put my pen on the dot, and line them up, and there I go. And this one's going to be super thin. See? They're looking kind of 3D. Okay, this one, I want to go behind this one here. So I'm going to put the dot right over here because it's going to aim over to there. So I aim it from the corner to here. But when I get to another object, I'm going to stop and then continue afterwards. Now I'm going to keep my pen on this dot and rotate the ruler till it meets up with this corner. Stop. Start again. Put my dot here, or put my pen here, and go to this corner. From here to here. And that's how one goes behind another one. So this one, why don't I make this one go behind one? I'm gonna put a dot right here. I like them to look like they're all coming out of the center somehow. I want to make them all connect. I don't want anything floating out. Wow, and now I've got 6 shooting boxes, okay? Now, to make them look a little more like this, I've striped them. So this one is pink and green. I have another one I've done. This one is purple and orange, and it's all cut out before it's placed on a paper. So you can decide which one you'd like to do, what color scheme. Now, before I do that, I want to divide each one of these boxes into alternating stripes. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to set it at the edge of a line, right there. The ruler's on the edge. And now I'm going to make a line there. I'm going to go ahead and do it with pencil. And I'm going to do another line. It would have gone through there. Do another one. And maybe I'm going to make it look like it's getting farther and farther back and these are getting closer and closer. Or maybe I'm gonna chop that off there later, possibly. So now I go to this side of the box line or side of the square and now I'm gonna pull it away so that the edge of the ruler is parallel with the side of this square. And then I'm going to make that line there. So now I'm gonna go, if this was here, where would that be? Oh, right about there, connect it. And right about here, and here. So that was pretty easy. Now I'm gonna go to this one. I'll go ahead and turn this around so you can see it better. This one, I make my ruler line up with the edge of the box, or we can call it the rectangle.
Line them up.
And slide it evenly away, and then I'm going to make a mark. Slide it evenly away again.
Slide.
Make another mark. Slide it evenly away again. Oh, it would end up on top of that. So I'm going to skip it and slide it again. And go here, skip it and slide it again. Go here, and maybe one more. So now I have to make this ruler touch the edge of the rectangle. And I'm going to evenly slide it away. And then I'm going to make that mark.
Looking good.
You can have these apart as far as you want. But if this is getting smaller, you might want to have your lines getting closer and closer together, the tinier that shape gets. So I'm going to get them a little closer, a little closer, a little closer, 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 and closer. And when it gets really tiny, you might not even be able to see it.
Nice.
Okay, and I've got all my marks down. Okay, so now comes the fun part.
The fun part?
The fun part is coloring, okay? So, set your ruler down, set your pencil down, and pick 2 colors.
Choose your colors.
So, I think I'm gonna pick red and yellow. So I've got red and I've got yellow, but I need 2 more colors. I need the darker version of red. Maybe it'll be this burgundy. And then for yellow, a darker version of yellow might be this kind of yellowish. Okay, so we've got our 2 sets of pencils. Starting with the yellow, I'm going to do one end, and I'm filling in my color nice and even. Make sure you go, this is kind of one of those projects where you want to stay in the lines, okay? And then I'm gonna make the top have a little more light. So it's gonna be my lighter yellow. So I'm gonna alternate.
Alternate.
Every other section is going to be the same color. So since I chose yellow, every other section on the side is going to be yellow. Now I'm going to put this down, and my side is going to be the darker version of my yellow. So if this is the yellow section, Well, then I've got this darker version of yellow, 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 yellow. Then my other two colors are red and a burgundy. So with the red, I'm going to go to the light side. I'm going to fill in my red. Okay, so then I've done yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red. Now I'm going to take my darker version of red, which is burgundy, and I'm going to go to the side, and I'm going to do that in all the spaces across from the reds. And before you know it, it looks a little bit like this, okay? So now I'm going to take those same colors and I'm going to pick 3 that are going to be yellow at the end and 3 that are going to be red at the end. So this is going to be a yellow end and this one will be a yellow end. Then I'll make this one red at the end, this one red, and this one red. Okay, starting with this one, I'm gonna make the top my lighter side, so here I go with my red. I'm filling in every other section on this side red. So this one's red, that one's gonna be yellow. Then I've got red. Yellow, then red. I'm going to continue this to that panel. Set it down. Now I take burgundy. Take burgundy, do the sides of all those red sections. Burgundy. Okay, then in between, yellow. And the sides of the yellow is going to be the darker version of yellow, the yellowy orange. And now I've done 2 out of 6.
Color, color, color. Almost done.
Oh, forgot down here. Let's see, let's make this. Well, you know what? Let's cut that out. I'll put an X to it because I don't want to have that. So we've sketched it out. We've filled in the color. We've done highlights and dark. And now all we have to do is cut. So let me teach you a little tip I do in cutting. What I do is I go around the whole object quick. And I go to the farthest corner of each side and get really close to it. And I get rid of all the really big excess paper. So I get rid of all these big pieces of paper. Just toss it away, okay? Now I can really get in here and I can really cut. So now I'm cutting here really straight. And I'm cutting through here really straight. Cut around the corner nice and neat.
Cut, cut, cut.
So you can adjust things while you're cutting. If you don't want it to have a point at the end, you can make it flat at the end. Now all we have left is the center. Some people say, well gosh, how do I get to the center? You can either poke a hole in the center or you can go and cut through because you're going to glue it down anyways onto your board. So I'm going to go ahead and cut through. And I'm going to go around here. I can overcut it a hair so that I can turn my scissors easier. And then I'm going to go through here. I'm cutting out all the negative space. That's all the part of the paper that was still left white and never got colored in. Be really careful you don't cut off something. But if you do, you can always glue it back together. Okay, so. And now it looks like this. And let's see, let's put it on the darkest paper of my traces. I've got dark blue, and I'll glue it on here. So you can take a glue stick or Elmer's glue or whatever glue you have handy, and when you rub the glue on the back, make sure that you move it away from that nice paper that's going to be your background so it doesn't have like glue prints all over it. Go all the way to the edges. Then place it in the center or anywhere you want. Ta-da! This is how mine turned out. I'd love to see how yours turned out, what color background you chose, what colors you chose to color your shooting boxes in. So please snap a photo and post it on Instagram. Tag it with Art Classes for Kids. Then don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notifications button to get more videos. Hope to see you soon, and keep making cool art.